Imagine this. You wake up one day and realize every decision you've made was shaped by a story you never chose. A story whispered into your mind by fear, shame, or the silent demands of others. The deepest manipulation techniques in psychology aren't wielded by shadowy figures. They live in the lies we tell ourselves to survive. What if the person you've become is just a mask, crafted to please, to hide, to avoid the unbearable weight of truth? The most dangerous deception isn't being fooled by the world, it's fooling yourself. And the cost? A life half-lived. Why do we cling to these illusions? Because truth is a storm, and the mind craves shelter. Carl Jung warned of the shadow, the parts of ourselves we exile to the dark, fearing their power. Nietzsche called it the will to ignorance, the cowardice of comfort over the courage of self-confrontation. Society rewards the lie. Fit in, smile, pretend. But beneath the surface, a war rages between the self you perform and the self you bury alive. The greatest tragedy? We grow addicted to our own deception, mistaking the cage for safety. The lies don't just distort your mind, they rewrite your body. Stress hormones flood your veins when authenticity is suppressed. Relationships become performances, love a transaction. You scroll, consume, and hustle, mistaking numbness for peace. Cognitive biases, like confirmation bias and the sunk cost fallacy, lock you deeper into the illusion. Culture feeds you distractions, but the soul knows the truth. A life built on lies is a slow decay. The most painful part, you see the cracks, but fear keeps you from shattering the facade. What happens when the act becomes all you are? The escape begins where the pain is sharpest, in the moments you can no longer bear your own fiction. Viktor Frankl wrote that between stimulus and response, there is a gap. In that gap lies your freedom. To break the trance, you must court discomfort like a lover, question your automatic thoughts, sit silently with your shame, and dare to want what you've been taught to fear. Radical honesty is the scalpel. Cut through the stories and ask, who would I be if I stopped apologizing for existing? The rebellion isn't loud. It's the quiet act of choosing truth, breath by breath. Here's the revelation that changes everything. You were never broke, only buried. The lies were armor, the coping mechanisms of a soul trying to survive. But beneath them, your untouched self remains, not as something to be found, but remembered. Gabor Maté's work reveals this paradox. Healing begins when we stop fighting the pain and start listening to it. The deepest truth is not some distant enlightenment. It's the unshakable knowing that wholeness was yours all along. Now, the only question left is this: will you choose to come home to yourself?